Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yasmine Simone for those of you guys who have never seen me before. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe down below if you are not already. Today's video is going to be my second trimester pregnancy update, my 25-week pregnancy update to be exact. If you want to see how that's been going, then keep on watching. Also, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Go love on your mothers, give them some flowers, tell them you love them. Let's just get into the video. I use the What to Expect app, and you know, it's not sponsored. I got this app literally when my baby was the size of a poppy seed. I remember I downloaded the app probably like 3 days after I found out I was pregnant, and it literally said your baby is the size of a poppy seed, you guys. And now the baby is the size of an eggplant, and I just can't believe how fast the baby's growing. I can't believe how fast I'm growing, you guys. I've gained more weight since the last time I, did a little pregnancy update. So I'm gonna get into all that, but it's just so mind-blowing that the baby's growing so fast. Like I can't, I feel like I've been pregnant for 2 seconds and it's just going by so quickly. So anyways, the app gives you a size reference. So this week it's an eggplant, but they're all relative. You can actually change the setting, like, so they have like movie and TV props. You can compare your baby to the size of 80s and 90s nostalgia, but I just kept it on fruits just to keep it really simple. It also gives you updates on the baby. So this week the baby's lungs are gearing up to breathe, and I really love like the little just facts that they give you about your baby, because it's really fun to just go on here and read it every week. It talks about like what's going on with the baby's skin, blood vessels, oxygen, and it also has a breakdown of how many months you're in, which is really helpful because I know for me, when I first got pregnant, kind of switching in my brain from months to weeks was kind of hard. So I really like how this app breaks everything down. It's so helpful. I mentioned this in my last vlog, but this app is just so accurate when it comes to predicting your symptoms. So every single week the app will predict what symptoms you may have. It might be nausea, it might be back pain, whatever it is, and literally every single week the symptoms that the app predicts for me have been so on point. Like 90% of the time I have most of the symptoms that the app has. My symptoms for this week, it says heartburn or indigestion. I have been having that. Snoring, you guys, I swore up and down I didn't snore. Adam told me the other day that I snore really loud, and I just was like, really? And he was like, yeah, like you've been snoring. So I guess snoring is true for me too. Tingling hands or carpal tunnel. This has not been happening to me. But if it has, it's usually due to increased blood volume during pregnancy, but that has not been happening to me. This one is symphysis pubis dysfunction. It says if you're feeling pain in your pelvic area. I think this is the same thing as round ligament pain. I believe this is the same thing as round ligament pain, but I've been experiencing round ligament pain probably since like 16 weeks. If you're not familiar with round ligament pain, it's basically sharp pains or abdominal achiness that you get. It's mainly due to your pregnancy just putting stress and pressure on your ligaments. And a lot of things change, you guys, when your baby is growing. A lot of things have to be moved around and a lot of space has to be made for your baby. So I've definitely been experiencing round ligament pain. It's so uncomfortable. It literally feels like I got punched in the stomach or the pelvic area sometimes. I found that throughout my second trimester, the thing that's been helping me is using warm compresses, massaging my belly. So I'll take my hands and like press on my belly like this, but I usually do it like a little bit lower, but I do like this motion, and that helps so much. It feels so good. I remember the first time I started doing that, Adam was like, oh my God, you're gonna hurt the baby, because I was pressing really hard, but I swear the baby was fine. It felt so good just to like, massage it and honestly just take a nap. Like some days I'd just be trying to do too much, and you really can't do too much when you're pregnant. Like now is not the time to be trying to switch your whole life around and, pick up and start a new like strenuous hobby. Like unless you feel up to it. But I'm just saying, for me, there were some days where I'd just be running around, I'd be going to school before quarantine and everything. I would be doing stuff and I would just get too tired or too just worn out from simple things. So I had to tell myself to just take a nap and just, you know, chill out some days. You don't need to be doing all that when you're pregnant. So that helped a lot with my round ligament pain. I really only get it when I do a lot of stuff, which is very rare, but there are some days where I'm up on my feet more all day, and those are the days when my stomach is just aching, okay, aching. My second really big symptom that I've been experiencing is swollen gums. It's funny because the app has lately been reminding me to, you know, take care of my dental stuff, and it's just funny because I've been going through a lot of hell with my teeth lately. Basically, I explained this briefly in my last video, but basically my wisdom teeth are growing and impacted, and about a week ago my gums swelled up over my tooth. So let's say this is my tooth, these are my gums. Currently, my two back teeth, my gums are covering my tooth right now. It is the most painful thing ever. They're swollen. I can't really chew that easily. I can manage, but it's very painful to chew. I've been eating a lot of soft foods, and I've been through this before. This is not the first time that this, you know, the gum over the tooth thing has happened to me. It happened to me probably around 7 months ago. Last time it happened to me, I was definitely not pregnant. So it's happened a couple times in the past, and I guess I just thought, you know, since it's been so long, I thought that that whole phase with my wisdom teeth was over with. But no, it happened again. And I'm not surprised that it happened again, because even before my wisdom teeth started acting up, my teeth have just been super sensitive. My gums are super sensitive. Every time I floss, which is literally every single day, my gums bleed. This has basically been going on this entire week. On top of that, Adam got sick, and he low-key got me sick too. We don't know what he was sick with. He's been to the doctor. He's actually getting tested for COVID pretty soon. I don't think he has it, to be honest. I'm not just saying that. I really don't think that's what it was, just because of his symptoms. But I do think we caught probably like a common cold, because, you know, I had that for a few days. I've been feeling fine, like sick-wise, so that's why I don't think it's COVID, but you honestly never know. So I had the toothache, and then I had that for a few days, and it was just so hard to get anything done. I literally was in this bed for days. I couldn't move. Even right now, I'm in a lot of pain. I'm probably acting like I'm fine, but right now it's really painful to honestly just talk. And yeah, so I went to the dentist probably around 5 days ago, got checked out, and she basically said that there was probably an infection in my gums, because, you know, if your gums are like over top of your tooth, there's a really good chance that there's food and bacteria getting under there. So she prescribed me some antibiotics, which I've been taking. I think the only thing that's gonna help like my situation is to get my teeth out. But there's an issue with that, because I don't think I can get my teeth out while I'm pregnant. I know it's a possibility, but I don't know how my recovery would be. I'm pretty sure my recovery would be super painful and super stressful. I can't take ibuprofen. There's a lot of things that pregnant women can't take. If you guys are someone who has gotten their wisdom teeth out while pregnant, if that's, you know, if anyone out there has experienced that, please let me know what your experience was down below, or like if you're a dentist or something, like what's your advice on that? Because I really don't know. I could get my teeth out, but I'm really hesitant because I just don't know like what the recovery from that is gonna be like. I don't know if I should just stick it out. I don't know. So yeah, the dental thing has been the biggest symptom for me as of lately. It's just been so painful. I've been gargling with salt water, using Listerine, I've been using peroxide, I've been flossing and brushing after every single meal. Like my mouth is very clean 24/7. I've literally been doing everything I possibly can, and, you know, taking the antibiotics. I also ordered some clove oil because I posted on Instagram that I was having like a tooth thing, and a lot of people recommended to get some cloves or clove oil. So I ordered some on Amazon. It should be here tomorrow. I've literally been tracking it on my phone, counting down the minutes until the clove oil gets here, because I read all the reviews and everyone's raving about how amazing it is. So hopefully when it gets here tomorrow, I'll use it and it'll just make my life easier. Also, I think the tooth thing is probably the symptom that scared me the most, because if you guys don't know, if you get an infection in your teeth or your gums, it goes straight to your placenta. That is something that can actually affect and harm your baby. And honestly, even though I was in a lot of pain, that was what I was most scared about. Like I remember I was just Googling all this stuff about how your teeth can affect your baby, and I probably shouldn't have did that, but I did. And I literally just was bawling my eyes out. Like I was so nervous, so scared. I was like, oh my God, this is my fault. How can I let my gums get like this? I probably didn't floss, you know, after one meal. And this is probably why my gums are like this. It just was bad. I think the most important thing is that I'm trying to get rid of it. Hopefully I will, you know, get to the bottom of why this is happening and possibly get my teeth out. I don't know. Okay, moving on from the teeth. Okay, so heartburn, back to the heartburn. I have been having heartburn since probably a month and a half ago is when I started getting really bad heartburn. It is really uncomfortable. A lot of people told me to drink milk. Some people told me not to drink, you know, acidic things. Try not to eat like tomatoes or anything acidic. So I've been trying to do that, and my heartburn has gotten a lot better. But heartburn is one of the things that would literally wake me up in the morning. I'd wake up with heartburn and it is so uncomfortable and painful. One thing that I also do is I sleep with water next to me. I've been doing that my entire pregnancy. I get so thirsty during the middle of the night. I don't know what it is. I get so thirsty. When I wake up, I feel like all the water in my body has been drained from me, so I have to have water next to me to chug. I actually have it right here because I just get so thirsty. I guess the one main symptom that has really followed me throughout my whole pregnancy more or less is nausea, but of course it was way worse in my first trimester. Nausea right now is kind of occasional for me in my second trimester. It only happens every now and then, which I'm really grateful for, so don't have to deal with that too much. What else? I always have to pee. When you're pregnant, you're just gonna have to pee all the time. Your uterus is squashing your bladder, essentially. My baby kicks my bladder a lot. So it is just, you know, going to the bathroom is something that I just always have to do. I can't even count the amount of times I pee a day. What else? Oh my God. Okay, so this is something that's been happening pretty much my whole second trimester. Is I just feel like I breathe so hard. Like I'll be sitting there just watching TV with Adam and I can hear myself breathing. I sound like a dog, like panting or something. Like I just feel like I'm out of breath, or like my nose is permanently like stuffed. I do have allergies, but I don't think it's because of that. I don't know what it is. Literally just be like, and I just don't understand why I breathe so hard. And I try to stop it because I'm really self-conscious about it now, but I don't know why I do it. My sisters obviously pointed out. They're like the most honest with me about everything in my life. So they're just like, why are you breathing so hard? And I'm just like, I don't know. I just am. I can't help it. But that's been something that's been happening to me. What else? Oh, okay. So this is something that's been happening in my second trimester that I can't really show you, but basically I've officially popped for sure. 100%. My stomach is a legit baby bump now. I thought I had one before, but now, yeah, and I'm sure it's only gonna get bigger. I'm sure in my third trimester update, I'll be like, okay, now I officially have a stomach. I just feel like it's so huge right now, and I know it's not, but that's just how it feels to me because it literally grew overnight. I get a lot of hyperpigmentation on my stomach, and there's just a lot of different colors going on my stomach right now. You know that line that goes down the middle of your stomach? It's called the linea nigra, I believe. My linea nigra has gotten so dark. I didn't know this was a pregnancy thing. I always had one. It just wasn't super, you know, like dark or anything. It is so extremely dark. And then I also have like just a lot of, like my skin is kind of turning a different, like a darker shade. Like it looks like slowly my belly is turning like 3 shades darker than my actual skin tone. And then I also have a birthmark that's darker than my skin tone. So I have the birthmark, and the birthmark is in the lighter section, and then I have the darker section like creeping up towards the birthmark. And it's just so crazy how like my skin is changing. I don't know why. I didn't know this was gonna happen. This actually kind of freaked me out. My mom said that the same thing happened to her when she was pregnant, so I guess it's genetics. But yeah, my stomach is just a gazillion different colors right now. Yeah, my stomach's a different color. I officially have an outie. My belly button normally pre-pregnancy was a very, very deep innie. I've always had a super deep innie. My belly button is 100% an outie, and a couple months ago it was like kind of poking out, kind of still an innie. Now it's officially an outie. Like my belly button is 100% an outie. I know it's not a big deal, it's just a belly button, but it's just something I notice every day. So let's talk about skin. My skin, my second trimester has been very up and down. My skin is way more sensitive than before. Currently right now I'm experiencing a super bad breakout on my forehead. It's currently breaking out in 100 million little teeny weeny bumps, and I think it's because I shaved my face a few days ago, and shaving my face is something that I do normally. These are the razors that I use to shave my face. It does not make my hair grow back thicker. It usually doesn't break me out, and I've done it while pregnant before and it was fine. So I don't know what happened this time, but I shaved my face and I have little teeny bumps. There are some around my mouth area, but mostly they're on my forehead, and I think it's because I shaved my face. They're very itchy, very painful, very irritated. Today is the first day I'm actually wearing makeup in a long time. I have not been wearing makeup at all. I've been feeling real crusty, but you know, my skin's health comes first, so that's the reason I haven't been wearing makeup. But I thought today it'd be okay to put on some makeup since they've gotten better. They were literally horrendous looking. So I've pretty much talked about all my symptoms. Let's get into cravings. So last time I did like a little pregnancy update. I did it in my Q&A. So it wasn't like an official one, but I talked about how I really wasn't having any cravings, and I think that that's changed. I've definitely been having some more cravings. I'm making myself an ice cream cone almost every day. I know it's really bad, it's not healthy at all, but I just take chocolate and vanilla ice cream. It has to be Haagen-Dazs or something like a good ice cream brand, and I just have some sugar cones, some like sugar waffle cones, and I make myself an ice cream cone, and it is just my favorite part of the night to just make an ice cream cone. They're so good. I've been craving like cake. My aunt's a baker and she makes cheesecakes, cupcakes, and she's always posting them, and they just look so good. It takes everything in me not to order myself like a whole cake from her and just eat it myself. Adam doesn't eat cake, so if I order any cake or get like sweets, he doesn't really eat them. It's really just me. So yeah, but I guess the only super fat thing I've been doing is eating an ice cream cone. That's just been like the past 2 weeks. Like every other day I have ice cream cone. That hasn't been like my whole trimester, but yeah, lately that's been my super craving. I was craving seafood. Yesterday me and Adam got these delicious seafood platters. I'll leave the name of the place we got them from down below. They're in Baltimore and they were bomb, you guys. The seafood was really good and really inexpensive, to be honest. I think the whole platter only cost like 40 bucks. So we had that. What's another craving? Juice. I have to have apple juice. Every time I go out to the store, I get apple juice. I love apple juice. Orange juice, mango juice, pineapple. I just discovered tangerine juice. It's so good. I have a lot of juice in my fridge. Yeah, juice is so good. I mean, who doesn't love juice? I don't want to say this is a food aversion, but I swear I've not been like into soda. And I don't want to say I'm a soda drinker because drinking a lot of soda is not good, and I really don't drink that much soda, but I definitely drink a good amount of soda before getting pregnant. So ever since I've been pregnant, just the thought of drinking soda, like all the really unhealthy ones with all the additives that I used to drink, Sprite, ginger ale, Pepsi, I really have no desire to drink those anymore. I don't crave the fizziness anymore. I don't think that's a bad craving. Soda's not good for you, so I'm fine with not wanting soda, but it's just strange that I haven't had soda in a really long time. So I want to show you guys this book that I've been reading. It's called The Mama Natural Week by Week Guide to Pregnancy and Childbirth, and it is by Genevieve Howland, the founder of Mama Natural. And I found out about this book from Sunkissed Alba here on YouTube. She's amazing. And this book is actually just really helpful. It's similar to the app. It gives you a week by week breakdown of your pregnancy. And I love this book because it offers super helpful recipes, information on, you know, doctors, what type of birth plan you want, what you truly need for a baby, yoga positions, what's the best position for your baby, cord blood banking. It just has random helpful facts in here that I really enjoy reading every single week. It's like a really easy book to read. It's not too overly packed with information to the point where you're gonna get sick of reading it. So every single week when my weeks turn over, I just read another chapter. They're pretty short. And they talk about the baby, how big the baby's getting, things that you should be doing as a mom. Another thing that I really appreciate about this book is it gives you a lot of positive affirmations, and affirmations are something that are really helpful for me. For example, this page has an affirmation that says, I am held in the embrace of my creator, just as I hold my baby in my womb. I am loved. And I just think that they're so cute. Like, they're so helpful, so empowering. Another really cute one. Let me find another one because I really enjoy reading the affirmations. I cherish my partner. Our baby is an expression of the love and the union we share. Together, we're bringing new life into the world. And they're just at the top of every page. So it's just like a nice reminder. Basically, like, I can do this reminder. And I really, really like that. So if you want to check this book out, I got this on Amazon. I'll link the book down below. It was really inexpensive and it's really helpful. Another thing I've been doing is keeping a journal. I haven't written in my journal for a few weeks now. I actually should do that today, but this is my first pregnancy and I really want to be able to look back and read like what I was going through. I have like journal entries from like before we found out the gender and I was just freaking out, and then I found out the gender. So it's like a cute little story of like my thoughts and things that are going through my mind, and I think I'm gonna really appreciate the fact that I kept a journal throughout this pregnancy, so like later on when I have my kids are older, I can look back and read it. I do want to shout out Adam. Adam, my husband, is so amazing. He has been so good with this whole process, you guys. He's so excited. We're both excited, but he is so excited about this baby. It's just so nice to just, you know, he feels the baby kick now. At first I was the only one that could feel it, and then as my second trimester progressed, he could feel the kicks through my stomach, and we were so psyched. Like, we were so excited. I was like, oh my god, you felt it? He was like, yeah, I felt it. Like, we were so excited. I just love being able to share this journey with him. He's my best friend, and it's just so fun being expecting parents together. There's no one I'd rather do this with, and I know he's gonna be the most amazing father. Just seeing him get so excited right now when the baby's not even here yet just lets me know that he's just gonna be that much more supportive and excited when the baby does get here. He's also been really involved in pretty much everything. He's been involved with, you know, deciding the birth plan. We both kind of talked about what type of birth we want to have, because I want to include him in this too. This is not just me. It's mostly about me when it comes to like pushing the baby out, but he's still a really big part of this, and I wanted to make sure that both of us were comfortable with the way our baby was born, and we both agree that we want to have a very safe environment at home to give birth. He actually surprised me a little bit. I remember we were talking to a midwife, and after the phone call with the midwife, he was like, after the baby is born, I want to keep the baby on the umbilical cord for a little while. And I just didn't know he knew about that. Like, if you didn't know, it's supposed to be very healthy for the baby to just not immediately cut the umbilical cord. So it just really was good to know that he really does care about the little things, and he really does, you know, he thinks about these things and he takes it seriously. I'm really grateful that he is doing this with me. Yeah, that's pretty much how my second trimester has been going. I can't really complain. I've just been really tired, you guys. Growing a human is hard. I didn't know growing a human would be like this. I really didn't. Like, I've always had this idea in my head of what being pregnant would be like, but it's not like this. It's not horrible, but it's not what I expected. So I'm just trying to keep an open mind. I'm keeping an open mind about the rest of my pregnancy, my birth plan. I'm keeping an open mind because I am fully aware that this is in God's hands, and no matter how much I plan, things could always change. So I'm just trying to be prepared for whatever and just kind of go with the flow. If you guys are pregnant or expecting, congratulations, because I know there's a lot of people that are. Let me know if you guys are pregnant, and if you are, like what week you are down below. And I will see you guys in my next update, which will probably be in a month or so. Whenever my symptoms change, I'll do another one. Oh, I'll show you guys the bump. Let's do a bump date. So this is how my stomach is looking. I don't know why I feel like I'm so big. What do you guys think? Do you think my bump is huge, or am I just being dramatic? I don't know. But that's the bump. But yeah, I literally cannot wait until my little bean gets here. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I literally wish that the baby was here already. I'm so bored some days, you guys. Yeah, so that concludes my second trimester update. I hope you guys are all doing well and being safe, and I will see you guys in my next video.